Hi, I'm Anthony Carey with Function First in San Diego, and today I'm going to show you one of the exercises from the pain-free program. I'm going to give you a non-technical description here, just so that you can see some of the execution of one of the more popular exercises from the book. What we're going to do is called the shoulder bridge with abdominals, and I have helping me today is Wendy, one of our corrective exercise specialists here, and one of our instructors of the X Factor. And what I'm going to have Wendy do is lie down on her back with her knees bent. And we're always going to make sure that the feet are pointing straight ahead, and foot, knee, and hip are all in a straight line. And from here, we're going to ask Wendy to put her arms on the floor so that her shoulders and elbows are making 90-degree angles. Her upper arm is at a right angle to her torso, and her elbow is bent to 90 degrees, palms up. And we're going to make sure that she's got everything flat to the floor. So right now, we would use the analogy that Wendy's being sucked into the floor, thumbs, wrists, forearms, elbows, everything touching. And just by doing that, a lot of folks that don't have good extension in their upper back will feel their lower back arch because their lower back is trying to cheat for their upper back. So the second half of this exercise, which is a little bit different than the traditional shoulder bridge, is that we're going to ask Wendy to use her abdominals to really press her lower back flat into the floor. Now that tilt of her pelvis back a little bit, we now use the floor as the reference point. So that's the position of her pelvis. And what we're going to ask Wendy to do from here is to raise her buttocks off the floor, but only as far as she can go, still keeping that same angle down here. So what's going to happen is Wendy, as she gets higher up, she's actually going to have to work harder through her abdominals, her glutes, and her hamstrings because the tendency will be for the pelvis to tip the other way forward. So some folks will even get a stretch in their hips in the front or in the quads. They're certainly going to feel the work in their upper back as we hold this position. Now, holding it could be anywhere from 10 seconds to 30 seconds per person, and then we would have them come back down. We're not going to have Wendy go up and down because the awareness of that position of the pelvis is so important, and that we want her to be very familiar with where she is when she goes up, and then she's going to hold that position. So one more time, we're going to have her do that tilt. We call that a posterior tilt of the pelvis, using the floor as a reference point. Then she's going to go up. As soon as she feels like there's a point where she's going to lose that and the pelvis is going to tip this way, is her threshold. That's where she stops and holds. Doing a good job keeping everything straight ahead, maintaining her breath. Hold it for the recommended time, and then relax. We appreciate you paying attention to the Function First program. If you have any questions, give us an email at education@functionfirst.com. Thank you.